Hello, hello. Welcome back for another episode of Monday Sunday. This is week 8. It's going to be real quick and simple. My setup is looking kind of funny today. The desk I had, you guys know, y'all know I'm decluttering. The desk I had in the shop, I actually sold that. So I have another one at home that I'm bringing in. I just sold it this morning though. So I am without desk. But today's Sunday, August the 23rd. Thank you guys for spending some time with me. Let's get into it. This was a severely slow work week. As you guys can see, we have 357.55 that we're working with this week. There was only 10 in tips. That 5, it says 15, but 5 was from last week. So there was only 10 in tips. And I did have 35 in decluttering, which was from the sale of that desk this morning. And I actually put that down to the push. But let's go ahead and get in things and, we'll go from there. It's very simple this go round, simply because all the bills for August are already paid. We were actually paying it forward for the month of September. But being that this was a severely slow week, we don't really have a lot to do right now. As we can see, underfunded. What that means is of what we have left for this month, there's 193.89 that still needs to be taken care of. Um, I think one of the things um, is one of the one-off things that I'm not gonna worry about, that the scan, because it's due by the 15th, but I know I'm gonna probably take care of that next week. The only reason I'm not gonna take care of it today is because I had some issues with my car yesterday, so I know I am gonna have to get a tune-up. So I'm gonna go to Flex and click, and it is let's see. All right, so Flex is, yeah, showing 193.89 underfunded. Some of the items were overspent. Uh, it's just been a lot, but it doesn't matter. That's what we prepared for. That's why we're budgeting, so we can, get things taken care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this to Oh no, I put the cart before the horse. Let me go here. Let me unclick. Let me unclick anything because I don't want to move too much. I'm gonna take this, put that to the top so we can start assigning it. All right, and we don't worry about that right now. We're gonna click on Flex, and what that's gonna do, we're going to we're gonna fund that whole area. So basically, everything that needed to be funded in Flex was 193 and some change. So we just funded that, and that also took care of everything that was overspent. Um, let's see. All right, so we got that. So that's done. All right, I know. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Flex, auto maintenance. I don't have anything available. Okay, I know of this 163. I'm gonna have some auto to take care of because, again, like I said, I have to get a tune up for my car. Um, I was planning to make a trip to go see my kid this weekend and make sure everything is all settled in, but of course a monkey wrench has been thrown. Um, but either way. So that 163.66, I kind of want to go ahead and take it. I don't like sitting big amounts like that in the hole to roll. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put it here. How much was it again? 163. Let me just do it this way because the other way is going to be too much of a headache. 163.66. Let's put it Flex, auto maintenance. All right, so I went ahead and just put the 163.66 in the Flex auto maintenance because, again, like I said, I know I have to get that part for the car. It was not budgeted for this month, but it is what it is. The month of August, like I said, is still paid. And looking into September, we have the 900 that was assigned over there for that we've worked on so far. So again, the last 2 weeks have been very slow, but again, this is what we prepared for. By paying ahead, it kind of got it so that even though it has been a little slow, it's not dire. However, we definitely need to go ahead and start picking things need to start picking back up to be able to take care of the rest of September. Now, my goal was to have September paid off by the end of August. Now that's looking slim, still possible. It's just looking kind of slim. So definitely what I'm going to be working on for the rest of this week is heavy, heavy, heavy marketing, trying to get the slots booked up in the salon to be able to go ahead and carry out to finalize September. Hopefully, this car repair won't be anything crazy. If so, I'm going to have to possibly dip into the emergency fund. No stress, no sweat, because that's what it's there for. That would be an emergency, as I do need my transportation to get back and forth to work to make more money. Um, so that's no worries. Um, Next, the wins and lessons and thoughts for this week is basically what I just said. Planning ahead is important for the slow weeks. Just basically, this is a great example of it. Only making the 357 this week with a plan of initially last week the goal was to try to make 1500, but that did not happen. So a very slow week, and I get it. This is a slower season for me in August. I think I mentioned before. I don't do children's hair, so of course around this time of the year, the parents are getting their kids' hair done to go back to school. I completely understand that. So what ends up happening is sometimes I kind of take a dip around this time of the year. So it's usually around January after the holidays, and then around August is when things usually take a dip for me, but then they start to pick back up heavily right after. So I'm forecasting for September going forward to be pretty good. Um, let's see. Last week goals, make 1500, didn't do that. Update my service menu for my salon. I did do that. I did update a couple things, pricing, and I'm updating my hours as of September to be adding additional time that I can work. Not trying to work myself to death, but knowing I have goals to hit, I am working more to be able to hit those goals quickly. So it is definitely a push to get things done. Next week goals, I want to ramp up marketing and hit over 1500. I just talked about that. And yeah, so that's it. I told you this week would be really quick with it. Wasn't much to budget, wasn't much to pay. So that is it. Hopefully, you took some time to work on your budget and get things paid, and hopefully, things are looking good for you. So definitely join, subscribe, and come back and see me next Sunday for Money Sunday Week 9. However, in the meantime, I will probably be reaching back out to you to talk to you a little bit about a couple other things just to see how you are, how things are going on track for you because they're going great for me. But yeah, that's it. As always, we know better, we knew better, we just weren't always in a position to do better. But now that we are, we're hitting it full force. So thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I will see you next week.